Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you are doing great. I am your English teacher and my name is Bushra Latif. As you all know that our online session is going on and it is our English class today. So let's begin it. Okay, first of all, let me introduce you the topic. What is the topic of today that we are going to learn? So the topic is the most important one regarding grammar. And our topic is phrase and class. Okay, why this topic is important? Because this topic is related to grammar or sentence structure. And it is important to learn this topic because it plays important role in our writing skills. Fine. So what is phrase and what is class? These are two terms that we are going to learn. Let's first begin with the phrase. What is phrase? What is basically a phrase? You simply have to keep this thing in mind. Phrase doesn't have any subject and verb. Phrase is without subject and without verb. Okay, first do tell me what is subject and what is verb. You are very well aware of the subject and verb. Let me tell you a little bit about a subject and verb before moving forward. Okay, what is subject? Subject is a person or thing that performs an action. The person who is performing an action is a subject. Okay, verb. Verb is itself an action. Verb is an action word and subject a person or thing that performs an action. Let's take an example to learn subject and verb. Okay, here it is an example. Ali is walking. Ali is walking. Walking is an action word and it is a verb because it is performing an action. It can be a verb. And who is performing an action? Who is doing something in a sentence? I think it's Ali who is performing an action. So Ali is a subject because Ali is walking. Ali is performing an action. So Ali is a subject and walking is a verb. Now phrase is without subject and without verb. Phrase doesn't have subject and verb and phrase doesn't convey a complete meaning or it doesn't make any sense in a sentence. It leaves us doubtful. Okay, let's understand this concept in with an example. Like Ali is playing in a ground. Ali is playing. Ali is a subject. Play is a verb. But in a ground, what is in a ground in a sentence? Because it is without subject, it is without verb. No verb, no subject. So what it can be? So in a ground is a phrase. In a ground is a phrase because it has no subject and no verb. And also it is not giving us a clear meaning because we are doubtful what is in a ground. Either someone is sitting in a ground or someone is playing in a ground, someone is doing something in a ground, we don't know. In a ground is a doubtful. So it has no verb, no subject and doesn't give us a complete meaning. So we can say that it is a phrase. Here is another example of phrase. The boys in the classroom are reading something. Boy is a subject, reading is a verb. So in the classroom might be a phrase because it has no subject and no verb. Here are some more examples of the phrase like nice to meet you, thank you so much, excuse me, that sounds great. These are all the phrases because these are without subject and verb. The next is the class. What is class? Class is on the other hand has subject and verb. It is with subject and verb and also it gives us the complete meaning, clear meaning. For example, Ali is playing in a ground. So Ali is a subject, play is a verb. So Ali is playing. Ali is playing might be a clause because it is giving us a complete meaning. It has subject, it has verb. So Ali is playing is a clause here. There are two types of class, independent class and dependent class. As it is clearly visible from the word independent class. Independent class means it doesn't depend on anything. So dependent class depends on something. Here in this case, dependent class depends on independent class. Without independent class, we can't understand the dependent class. So independent class makes sense on its own as a sentence. When it comes to the dependent class doesn't make any sense on its own as a sentence. Let's understand it with an example. Like I ate pasta. I ate pasta is an example of independent class. It is clearly visible that this is understandable. I ate pasta. Okay. It is not depending on anything. It depends on itself. So when it comes to that dependent class, the example of dependent class is because I was hungry. Because I was hungry. Why? This is doubtful. So the complete sentence is I ate pasta because I was hungry. It gives us the meaning. So here you can say that dependent class depends on the independent class. Without independent class, we can't understand the dependent class. Dependent class mostly begins with the words because, although, but, these type of conjunctions. We can't understand dependent class until we have independent class. So we have cleared some topics here: phrase, class, and the type of class. I hope you have understood this topic thoroughly. Okay class, what you have to do for work, you have to do question number 2 and question number 3 from your student book page number 46, and from your workbook page number 26 you have to do question number 1, 2 and 3. The work is all about phrase and class. I think you will do it better. Thank you so much for listening me. I hope you will do your work very carefully. Thank you so much.